I know it's late at night and we're all hopefully wrapping up towards an end, but I wanted to take the opportunity to celebrate where celebration is due. This bill sets the kind of policy that is an agent of change, what people want to see from their government, what I've always wanted to see from my government. And I wanted to give a huge shout out to Assembly staff and leadership, as well as all the advocates for their tireless effort on the many aspects of this bill that we should be celebrating. As you've heard from my colleagues, foundation aid was the result of a court order demanding investments in schools that had been consistently underserved and left behind. Data from the first few years of implementation showed notable gains in the quality of education but the aid was suspended by our current governor after the economic crisis that started in 2008. This year is a historic righting of past wrongs, investing $1.4 billion in foundation aid and committing to a 3-year investment to get to 100% aid so that we can create true equity across the state in our education and the quality of our education. Higher education is also in this bill, and as an important economic engine of my district, this is a huge and important and positive bill for my people. The funding invested in this bill will increase funding to the tuition assistance program, as you've heard from some of my colleagues, and bring aid closer to the actual cost of tuition for the first time in years. And instead of providing a theoretical pathway to education held over the heads of people in the state, it will make access more of an actual reality. This funding is augmented further by a $30 million increase in targeted college opportunity programs. This bill outlines a cap on copays for low-income families for childcare as well, a critical step in ensuring childcare accessibility. One after another after another. These are all in this bill. Broadband. The first step towards universal broadband is a comprehensive statewide broadband study. We need to understand the problem. Who has access to broadband? Who lacks access? How much does broadband cost in different places? And importantly, do 90% of New Yorkers truly have access to broadband, as many claim? Our budget would require the Public Service Commission to conduct a study of the availability, affordability, and reliability of high-speed internet and broadband services in New York State, and to publish on its website a detailed internet access map for the entire public. And I believe that this study will give New York the information it needs to truly and finally build out an effective universal broadband initiative over the coming years. This budget supports both renters and homeowners to make sure there isn't a surge in homelessness as a result of COVID. There is an emergency rental assistance program, as my colleagues have mentioned in this budget, funded by federal aid. But the most and critical component of the program, as laid out in the budget, is the outline of self-attestation it allows for tenants to show COVID impact and need. The program covers both arrears and prospective rent. This outline will truly help people stay in their homes. And no less critical, as we've heard tonight, is the support and funding for the anti-gun violence programs and My Brother's Keeper program that my powerful and brilliant colleagues preached so beautifully before me. There are a few highlights. These are a few highlights of the bill, and I'm feeling in my heart the take home is that this is what effective policy looks like, y'all. I can go home to my people and say that the state sees you. The state sees you, and the state chooses to invest in you. Again, thank you so much for the tireless, long nights of work by the staff, by leadership, by the sponsor of this bill. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much for this.